Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I am getting a new car. So basically, I'm moving in 2.5 months now. Today is, let me check the date. Today is May 18th. I'm moving about 10 hours away to Buffalo from Long Island. I'm on Long Island right now. I'm moving from Long Island to Buffalo probably around August 1st of this year. I don't actually have an apartment yet, but that's the plan. Currently, I drive a 2004, so 21 years ago, I drive a 2004 Honda Odyssey, and listen, I have had that car for, I don't know, a year and a half at this point. I love it, but it is falling apart. Just recently, I had to spend $1,000 to do like some repairs on it, because my car is actually originally from Canada. Like, it says it on like where the VIN number is. It also says it's originally from Canada, so I don't know how it got here, but it originally was from Canada. And it has a lot of damage, like, towards the back, like on the bottom, towards the back wheels. Basically from driving in, like, ice and snow and, like, salt on the roads for a while. Because, you know, Canada and winter and all that. It has a lot of damage on it from that. And it's, like, the mechanic says it has, like, at most a year left. And I love my car, but I can't be like, casually dropping $1,000 to fix it every month, you know? So I was like, man, what am I gonna do? Because I don't have enough money to get, like... Definitely not a new car, but I don't even have enough money to, like, get, like, a new-ish car, like, 10 years old car, until I have inheritance from my grandma. My grandma died when I was, like, 13. My grandma died in, like, 2019. She left me some money, but my mom, like, it's, like, weird. So, my grandma didn't have a will, but she left money to an account that had my mom's name, my brother's name, and my name on it. And she kind of had, like, verbally said, like, this much is for Ashley and this much is for my brother. And then my mom moved all the money from the account that had all three of our names on it to an account that just had her name on it for some reason. It wasn't malicious, like, she did that for a reason, but then I couldn't have any access to it, even if I tried. Like, I had no legal claim to it anymore. But, you know, she was basically keeping it under lock and key, and her original rule was I couldn't have it until I graduated college. Then I dropped out of college, and my mom was like, okay, fine, you can't have it until you're 21. Which, by the way, my grandma never said to do. My grandma never said, don't give it to Ashlyn until she graduates, don't give it to Ashlyn until she turns 21. My grandma never said those rules, my mom did. And her rationale was, grandma would have wanted it this way. Grandma's dead! I love my grandma. I'm not, like, trying to be insensitive. It's my own grandma. I can joke. But yeah, since I'm moving 10 hours away, and, you know, I have a car that is not going to last a year. My mom was like, okay, fine, you can have your grandma money to get, like, a new-ish car. I'm not getting a brand new car, I'm still getting a used car. I really want another Honda Odyssey. I know it's kind of a weird choice for a 19-year-old to be picking out, like, that's like a mom car. And I actually went to, this is a side note, I went to the Honda dealership before I, like, started searching on Facebook Marketplace, because I don't want the hassle of, like, trying to sell my old car, so I was like, oh, if I go to the Honda dealership, maybe I can just, like, trade it in, and, like, they'll deal with it, right? But they didn't have anything older than, like, a 2018 that was, like, $25,000 or something. I was like, I'm not, there's no way. And they also didn't have any Odysseys. They only had, Honda Pilots, which I'm like, I don't want them. Like, I know what I want the Odyssey. But basically, when I was there, the guy I was talking to was like, that's weird. He was like, even, like, you know, old people who their kids are growing up and they don't need a minivan anymore are immediately like, take this thing away from me and I want a different car. But no, I prefer having a minivan. Like, it's actually very useful since I run a Depop, I run a small business. I have to have a lot of room in my car to, like, you know, haul stuff back and forth. When I got that car though, outside, like, I wasn't even doing Depop yet, so I don't know why I wanted it to begin with. I think it was just because before that I drove a really, really little car. Like, I drove, like, a very small car with no space. It was my dad's old car that he gave to me, and the trunk was full of his stuff, so I didn't even have a trunk. So I had, like, basically the back seat that was, like, this big to put all my stuff in, so I think I was just like, I want the biggest car possible so I don't have to deal with that anymore, basically. And now it's, like, it's actually pretty functional for me to have a Honda Odyssey, and, like, I like the Honda Odyssey instead of, like, a Toyota Sienna as well, because if I have a lot of stuff to, like, haul, I can take out the middle seats too. You can't take out the middle seats in a Toyota Sienna though, but you can in a Honda Odyssey. The Honda Odyssey, you can fold down the very back seats, like the back row, into the floor, so it becomes part of the floor, and you have a really large trunk doing that, and then you can also take out the middle seats to have an even bigger trunk. Like, you can have, like, a lot of stuff in there, so it's very, very useful. That's why I want one. My dad wants me to get one with, like, 4-wheel drive, which I don't even know if that's a thing that you can get with a Honda Odyssey, because I'm moving to Buffalo. It's, like, a very snowy place, and it's not a good car in the snow, but for my needs, I think I still really need it. And, you know, Buffalo, I think, is pretty good at like, handling snow in the streets. Like, they're not good at doing that here. So I can't, like, if it snows here, I can't drive for, like, 3 days. But I'm sure in Buffalo, like, they handle it. So I want another Honda Odyssey. I want, like, a 2015. Like, that's around where I would like. But I also should be shooting for like less than 120,000 miles. Right now, my car that I drive right now has 200,000 miles on it, which is a lot. But my dad like is like, you shouldn't get anything more than like 120,000 miles, which is like not, I still don't have that much money to spend on a car. So like, sorry, I almost dropped you. I still don't have like that much money to spend on a car. So like, I still can't get anything that's like, you know, new. And like looking for something under 120,000 miles is like difficult with that budget. But yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna try to stay under like 150,000 though. But yeah, like I was saying, I would like a 2015 Honda Odyssey because I definitely want to stick with a Honda Odyssey. I really love my car that I have right now. I just would like to have a newer version that isn't falling apart. And I figured I'd take you guys like along with me. Sorry, my top won't stay off the shoulder. But I figured I'd take you guys like along with me on the journey of like trying to get a new car, you know, used, probably like a 2015. Through like Facebook Marketplace and stuff. I do have a car that I am going to go look at tomorrow. It's a 2013, which is a little older than I'd like. I'd like a 2015, like that's like where I'm kind of set at. But this one is pretty close. It's in Patchogue. I'm on Long Island. I'm not going to say which town, but I'm not in Patchogue. But Patchogue is close enough, so that's like not that far of a drive. So I'm going to go see this 2013 tomorrow. He's asking, I think, $11,000 for it, which is kind of pricey because it has 138,000 miles, but it's never been in an accident, so that's cool. I'm gonna Carfax it. I'd never Carfaxed the car I have out there. I mean, I knew the car that I have right now was in an accident, like many accidents before I got it because it has dents all over it. I did get into one accident in it, but honestly, the dent it got from that was already there. I just made it worse. But yeah, I didn't Carfax that car. At the time that I bought that car, I'm gonna make myself look like a terrible driver, but okay, I got into a very serious car accident before I bought that car. I used to drive a 2008 BMW 328i Coupe convertible. That car was awesome. But I got into a really serious accident with it when it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. I was getting off of a highway. It had rained the night before, and it was a very, very sharp turn. I'm going to look so stupid here, but I did not know you had to slow down on exit ramps, which looking back, I'm like, you're an idiot. I was 17 at the time. I had my license for like 4 months. When I first started driving, I really should not have gotten my license when I did because I never took driver's ed in person. I happened to be a part of like the group of people who I was like the age group when I was taking driver's ed. It was all online because of, you know, the thing that caused everybody to be indoors for multiple years. My driver's ed was online. I literally never sat in a car with a driving instructor. My dad basically like physically taught me how to drive. Like he was the only one ever in a car with me when I was learning how to drive. My driver's ed was literally just like, red means stop. Green means you can go. Like, that was literally my entire driver's ed experience. So I knew, like, legit nothing about driving. I either learned it, it was either self-taught or my dad, like, mentioned it. That's about it. But I got into a really, really serious car accident when that happened, and I had totaled the car that I was driving, the hand-me-down, I guess, that my dad gave to me, which I'm super lucky to have even gotten that. But after that, I didn't have a car because that car was totaled. Luckily, I actually wasn't hurt at all, so that's, like, very shocking. And the thing is, the airbags didn't go off when I got into that accident, which they should have, because I drove into a tree. Like, I didn't turn hard enough, so then I got on the grass, and I couldn't slow down because I was on grass. If you didn't know, if you get on grass, but if you're going pretty fast already from, like, the highway, you really can't slow down. And it had rained the night before, so I drove directly into a tree. I, like, was fine, though, which was, like, a miracle. The airbags didn't go off. They should have because of the velocity it hit the tree at, but they didn't. And it's a miracle that they didn't, too, because that car had the airbags recalled, because basically, if the airbags did deploy in that car, like, a bunch of, like, metal pieces and stuff would come out, and they would basically act like bullets, like metal pieces flying at you very fast. I would have probably died, but they didn't. I was fine. The only injuries I had was I had whiplash, obviously. And I had, like, some thorns in my hand, because when I got out, I got out into a sticker bush, but other than that, I was fine, like, unscathed. But yeah, after that car accident, I felt really horrible about it. I still feel really horrible about it to this day, because my dad is very upset about it, which is understandable. I feel really bad about it. But after that, I didn't have a car. I was in college at the time, so I had a hard time getting to school every day, because I was a commuter. I never, like, lived at college. Like, I lived in this house, and I would drive to school every day, so not having a car was difficult. And then I turned 18, like, a month and a half later, because this was in October. My birthday is in late November. So then when I turned 18, I had an account that I was never able to touch before that, like an account, like, with money in it, like a bank account. I don't know why I forgot that word for a second, but I had this bank account that my parents had opened for me when I was, like, a baby, and every time I ever got a check for, like, you know, when I was born, my first communion, confirmation, birthdays, whatever, every time I got a check, it got deposited into that account, and I couldn't touch it until I turned 18, which I'm glad they did, because you know, if I didn't have that money, I wouldn't be able to get a car. I had about $4,000 in that account, and I bought my car outside for $3,800. At the time this all happened, I had a job where I was making $80 a week. I was actually working for my dad at like this office space that he like rents out. I was the only employee. I was the only janitor for this like 2-story office building, and I would clean it every single day, and I was making $80 a week. And that was after I had gotten a raise. So for scrubbing toilets every day. But yeah, I really wasn't making that much money. I really didn't have any savings because, you know, making $80 a week last, like, even if you have no bills, that's really hard. Like, when I would drive to school, I was literally spending $80 a week on gas alone because, again, I had a BMW, so it only took premium, so I had to literally spend, it was dead ass $80 a week for gas. So if I didn't have that account, there was no shot I was going to be able to buy any sort of car, ever. But, you know, then I luckily had that account that my parents had, you know, not let me touch, and I'm really, really glad they did, because then I was able to buy my car. It's a piece of crap, but honestly, I needed a car at the time. Like, I just needed a car. So I got that one, and that was what I could afford, and it's, you know, I could afford a piece of crap, basically. I couldn't get a better quality car for the amount of budget that I had at the time. Now I have a bit of a higher budget. I'm shooting for, like, under $13,000, because my grandma left me, which is a lot of money. Not in the world of cars, though. I want to try to stay under like 12,000 just because I'm uncomfortable getting right up to that limit. And my dad keeps sending me cars that are like $20,000. I don't have $20,000. I do not have, like, I literally do not have $20,000. My dad keeps sending me cars for like $20,000 and they're like, get this one. I can't. I have to get an older car. I have to get a car with more miles. I'm sorry. Like, I have to. I'm still gonna try to get the best car that I can, but I can't get like a nice car. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go see a 2013 tomorrow. That's closer to us. I also have my eyes on a 2015 that's in, I think Pennsylvania. It's like 4 hours away. It's either New Jersey or Pennsylvania, but I think it's Pennsylvania, which I might be going to see later this week. I messaged that person on Facebook Marketplace, and I was like, oh, can I come see the car? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, okay, would a day this week work? Because I live 4 hours away. I need to, like, you know, plan in advance, like, what day I'm going to come see it. And then they didn't respond since then, but maybe they will soon. Couple other ones, like, in the Bronx. My parents said not to get a car for the Bronx because they, you know, crime and stuff. My dad's gonna come with me to, like, look at all these cars so I don't get, you know, bamboozled, kidnapped, etc. When I got that car outside that I have right now, yeah, I didn't look at it for anything. I didn't know what to look for. I didn't know, you know, what could go wrong in a car. Now I have more of an understanding because everything that can go wrong in a car has gone wrong in mine. So I can check it for it. Because, like, my car right now doesn't have a clicker. It doesn't have a clicker. It has only one, I will show you. This is the only key that exists for my car. It's one physical key that you have to physically lock and unlock the door with, which I don't even lock my car anymore, just because one of the doors, the sliding door on the left, on the driver's side, doesn't lock anyways, so even if I lock my car, one of the doors still isn't locked, so it's like, what's even the point? And since I don't have a clicker, it makes it a lot more difficult to, like, open the car if it is locked. Like, if I'm holding something, I have to put it all down, so, you know, so I don't even lock my car anymore. So I want my new car to have, you know, doors that lock and, you know, a clicker. I'm pretty sure the car I drive originally came with a clicker, but when I bought it, like, the people who I bought it from, obviously I got it secondhand. It's 21 years old. They only gave me this, and they were like, bye-bye. I don't know. Gotta check if, like, the brakes are good. Gotta check if the engine is good. I wish it should be. You know, Hondas go forever. Like, the fact that I'm still driving a 21-year-old car is pretty good. Like, one time I was driving my car, and it straight up ran out of oil. Like, the check oil light just, like, came on. I was like, huh. And, you know, I had to drive for, like, 10-15 minutes with no oil in my car to go get oil, and it lived. So, like, Hondas are pretty hardy, but again, it can only take so much. It's that the car is older than me. It's time to lay her to rest, you know? Her name is Bridget, by the way. Rest in peace, Bridget. Soon. She still needs to work for a little bit longer. But most recently, so I got into a car accident in December. My bumper got torn off. It, like, broke in half. I had to get a replacement bumper. So I bought a replacement bumper for it for, like, $300 on eBay because that was the cheapest one I could possibly find for a replacement bumper for my 21-year-old car. Again, like, I guess, like, parts are semi-cheaper when the car is old, but, like, still pretty expensive. My dad put the new bumper on for me, and he said basically the old one was definitely not the original bumper anyways that came with the car because the way it was attached, like, it wasn't attached correctly. It, like, was missing screws and this and that. And, like, also, another thing that's missing, the trunk of my car doesn't close all the way. The light in my car that says the light in my car that says the trunk is, like, always open is always on. Like, the trunk doesn't ever close properly. And the trunk also has, like, a bunch of, like caulk, like for building in it to, like, hold it together because, like, there's, like, a crack in the wall. this thing, I shouldn't have bought that car. But yeah, my dad put the new bumper on my car and it was fine. Like, the bumper was on my car, it was held on pretty well, nothing was moving. Until recently I had a doctor's appointment, and that morning I actually walked out my door to my car. My car was dead because I haven't driven it in like 2 days, and if you don't drive my car for like 2 days, it'll be dead. That's another lovely feature about it. Oh, another thing before I forget, about a month after I bought the car, the battery just like stopped working, so I had to get a new battery, which is super expensive. Which, that's a whole other story. I will tell you that one right now. Basically, I had a doctor's appointment I get like the Depo-Provera like birth control shot in my arm every 3 months, and it's really important that I like go to the appointment that I have for that, or like everything can get like messed up because of like timing and like hormones or whatever. So I had a doctor's appointment to go like get like the Depo-Provera shot, and then I was like, okay, let me go get gas right before I went to the doctor, because I was like, I needed gas. So I went to the gas station, turned my car off, as you do, like you're supposed to, and I got my gas, whatever, and then my car wouldn't turn back on. So then the guys at the gas station jumped me, and then my car started working again, and I don't know why my dumbass, I turned the car back off again to make sure I could, like, jump it, like, turn it back on again, because, like, you know, if you jump your car one time, usually it should be able to turn back on again. Not this time. So then my car wouldn't turn back on again. So then my dad came to the gas station, I think, to help me out. But basically what ended up happening was I was gonna be late for my appointment, so I was like, you know what, just jump my car, I'll deal with it later. So I had it jumped, and it was enough to get to the doctor's office. So I drove to the doctor's office, got my injection, whatever, and then I spent like 2 hours in the parking lot of the doctor's office, like trying to like jump my car from my dad's car. And then I had to go buy a new battery, which is like super expensive. But in the most recent day that I had to go to the doctor, I don't know why this always happens when I have to go to the doctor. I have like a device in my car that like is for jumping your car. Like, it's like a jump battery. You get it. I have a jump battery in my car because like this happens so often now, like where the battery just randomly dies. And it's a brand new battery because I obviously just bought it like last year. I used a jump battery, I jumped my car, so I was able to get to the doctor, like, whatever, it's part of life now. But anyways, the day I'm talking about, like, recently, I had to go to the doctor, and my doctor's office has, like, valet parking, which is, I think that's kind of weird for a doctor's office, but that parking lot is really terrible. Like, it has no spots ever, and if it does, it's between two cars. I have really bad depth perception. I actually recently found that I really need glasses, too, which I'm getting soon. I, like, got my prescription. But I have really bad depth perception, so if I try to park between two cars, it's, like, the worst experience of my life. Like, it's really hard to not get into an accident. So I had the valet park my car because I was like, I don't want to get into an accident today. And everything seemed fine after the doctor's office. I come out, I get my car back, and then I drive to UPS because I had packages to drop off. I was in UPS for legit 5 minutes, like literally 5 minutes dropping off my packages. And then when I got out, I got back in my car, everything seemed normal again. And as I was backing out of the spot, the front bumper of my car fell off, like just randomly. So either when I was in UPS for 5 minutes, somebody hit my car and ran, which I guess is like, could happen, or while the car was in the possession of the valet, something happened and they didn't tell me, which is also terrible if that happened, because, come on, man. Why, you could have at least told me, you know, I honestly, if they had told me, I probably would have been like, that sucks, but I wouldn't have done anything about it, because, like, I already knew I was getting a new car soon anyways, and my car's so old, and I probably would have felt bad, but now that they didn't tell me, if it was them, I don't feel bad. Like, I would come after their job. No, I wouldn't come after their job, but you know what I mean, like, it's, like, annoying. If it was them, it's annoying if they didn't tell me if something happened. But either way, something happened to my car when I was not in it, because I have zero problem admitting, like, if a car accident happens and I was involved, I have no problem saying, yeah, that was my bad, right? This time, it wasn't me. And the bumper was held on really securely before that, so there was no way that it would just, like, loose and fell off. Like, something definitely happened to it. And since then, and now until I get whatever new car I have, the bumper of my car is being held on with a piece of neon green duct tape. So I'd like to have a car that's, you know, not being held together with, like, bubblegum. Also, I'm hoping to get something with, like, a backup camera. That would be a cool thing. My car obviously doesn't have that. But yeah, I don't know if I have anything really else to say about this right now. If I don't, I'll just see you guys tomorrow when I go to see the 2013. I might just, like, talk to you guys, like, after I go check out the 2013. I don't really want that car, but again, it's just pretty close. And it's $11,000 for, you know, what is that, a 12-year-old car with 138,000 miles? That's kind of a lot. That's kind of a lot. Hopefully we can have it down a little bit. It's been on Facebook Marketplace for 2 months now, so maybe the guy will let it go for a little less. But if not, if it's, you know, I am definitely willing to walk away from that, though. If he's not willing to, like, let it go down a little more, I'm like, okay, I don't really want that car anyways. Like, I'd rather get a 2015 just because it's convenient because it's close. But yeah, I'm definitely, any car that I look at, I'm definitely going to Carfax, look for all those things, look for anything wrong with it. I'll see you guys tomorrow after I check out the 2013. Alright guys, it's the next day. This is after I went to go see the car. It's like many hours later, but I'm just like deciding to check in with you guys now about it. So yeah, it's a 2013 Honda Odyssey, like I already established. What I didn't know was that the place I was going to was like a store, not a store, like a used car lot. Like these people like sell used cars, basically. Like it's not just like a guy getting rid of his car, because, you know, I found it on Facebook Marketplace, which is usually where you find like just like a guy getting rid of their car, but this was actually, I was gonna say this is like more reputable, more trustworthy, but like literally no, it's not. Like, you know, it's very well known that people who sell cars or do anything with cars, honestly, as their work, are kind of shady. No offense if that's you, but like, come on. But yeah, I checked it out. It had, you know, not all the features I was looking for. Well, kind of. It has the seats that fold down to the floor, like you can see in the car I'm sitting in right now. This is my 2004. The back seats are folded down right now so that I have like a huge trunk. So it had that. It actually has a middle thing that goes in between the two seats. If you can see, there's like two seats in the middle row. There's like a cup holder thing that goes down, and it can flip up into like a third seat, so that's cool. And also you can remove the seats in the middle, which is good. It does have a backup camera, and it has Bluetooth, which is cool, and it has a CD player. I actually wanted to check. I never checked in my car. I'm gonna like check right now. I never checked if this had a CD in it ever. I don't think it does though. I just hit the eject button for the first time like ever, and it doesn't have CD in it. But you know, it's cool that the new car I might be getting has a CD player too, because, you know, I like to pretend it's like 20 years ago because I'm like insane. Obviously, like the whole audio system I have in here is like was added in later. I test drove the car. You know, felt normal, felt good. The gas is a lot more like sensitive than it is in this car, so it was weird. It was different. If I got the car, I would get used to that. All the lights work, the brake lights, the headlights, the blinkers, all of that works, so that's good. All of the doors lock, which is great. All of the doors are electronically like controlled. Not all of them. The two sliding doors you can open like remotely, which is cool. And the trunk, you can open it with a button. You open it with a button. It doesn't have like a handle. My trunk in here has like a handle on the inside, and the only way to close it is either like slamming it down like that, or if you're on the inside of the car, closing it with the handle. So the trunk in the 2013 has like a button you press and it closes, so that's like really cool. I'm worried I'm gonna forget though, and then like manually close it and like break it though. I hope not. Then I drove it, like the brakes were making some noises, which is probably not an issue with the brakes. It's probably just an issue with, like, you know, the car's probably been sitting for a while, because it says on Facebook Marketplace it was listed 2 months ago, so it's probably just been sitting for a while, and that's like rust on the brakes, so the brakes are probably fine. My dad said I should have a mechanic look at it before I buy it, which I think is good, but my dad, for some reason, like he only wants like his mechanic to look at it. I don't like his mechanic. I'm sorry. My dad's been going to this guy for 30 years, and he says he's trustworthy, but all that guy does is rip me off. Or maybe it's his son. So basically, every time he has his son work on a car, there's always like an issue. For example, okay, last January, so it's May right now, so 5 months ago, I had my oil changed. If you can see the little thing here, it says, you know, the next date it's due is March, and when it has 191,800 miles, right now I have 191,364. So I actually am not due yet. But I did have my oil changed by that garage in January, which I paid for, and then in, was it March or April? It was one of those. I think it was March, because it was like right after I bought my new phone, and it was like a huge blow. But basically I had to bring my car in because, like, you know, I was having some issues, like something didn't feel right. I think one of the wheels was like almost gonna fall off, they told me, and then also the bottom of the car is like rusting so bad. Like that was the main issue, and that's what I had to pay. I had to pay $1,000 to get fixed, right? But while I was in the shop, this dude's son said, "Oh, your oil looks like it hasn't been changed in years." Aren't you the one who changed my oil like 2 months ago? Like, either he was lying in March when they did all the other stuff, and he said, "Oh, it looks like you need an oil change." So either he was lying, because he also said like something super dramatic, like, "Oh, it hasn't been changed in years." So he was either lying about that, or he didn't change my oil in January and still charged me for it. Either way, not a good look. So I don't want like this mechanic to like look at the new car, because like they're not trustworthy, and like I know, like, I'm a 19-year-old girl. Literally any mechanic I go to is gonna rip me off because I'm a 19-year-old girl and I don't know shit about cars. I'm trying not to curse. This is a YouTube video. I'm sorry. But like, I know for a fact that mechanic is going to rip me off. And I also don't want that mechanic to look at it, because this car isn't like an hour away from me. Like, yes, I'm on Long Island, and like it's close-ish, like I said, in Patchogue, but I'm still like an hour away from Patchogue. So if I have, like, you know, a fucking tow truck like tow the car to the garage, that's gonna cost me like probably like $1,000 or something. So no, I'd rather just have a mechanic that's like closer to where the car is, look at it. And my dad's like, no, only this guy. It's like, oh my god, like the guy that's gonna rip me off and I'm gonna have to pay like an extra $1,000 to have the car towed there and back? Absolutely not. So we haven't sorted that out yet, but still, I'm gonna try to talk to him about that and be like, dude, we're not using your mechanic. That's an hour away from the car. Like, I'm just gonna get a mechanic around there. I really don't care. Like, also, like, what incentive would a mechanic have to tell me there's something wrong with the car that I haven't bought yet, you know? Like, if it's a car you own, yeah, the mechanic's gonna tell you it has 40,000 problems with it and it's gonna cost you $1 billion to fix, right? But if it's a car you haven't bought yet, they don't get anything for if they say there's something wrong with it, because then you're just gonna be like, all right, I'm not gonna buy it. One problem my mom pointed out was that if it's a mechanic in the area that's like close with these guys, like the people who are selling the car, like they might, you know, be in cahoots or whatever, and they'll just say it's good even if it's not. But I don't know. I feel like it's pretty good. Like I said, I don't know much about cars, but you know, I'm familiar with the issues in this one. I ended up Carfaxing that car that I looked at today too, and the Carfax came back. It has 2 previous owners, and it's never like been in an accident. There was one report of like literally a scratch on the back of the car. Like the car has like a tiny little line in it, and that's it. And I don't care. It's also black, so that's good. I want a black car. This car is beige, and I tried to convince myself I liked that color when I bought this car, because I was like, I love it, yeah, but I don't like the color of my car. And you know, I have these zebra print seats in here. I think that would go much better in a car that's all black. Also, the car I looked at today, I don't know if I said this, it has leather seats instead of cloth ones, so it probably has like, you know, heated seats and stuff for the winter. Just for funsies, I ran a Carfax on this car because I bought like 4 Carfaxes, because it was like $100 for 4 Carfaxes, but it was like $50 for one like ticket to do the Carfax. So I was like, okay, I'll just get the 4 because I might look at other cars, right? So for funsies, I did one on my car that I'm driving right now. So I'm the 6th owner of it, and it's been in a lot of accidents, like a lot, but the most recent one before I bought it actually totaled the car. So in February of 2023, the car was totaled by the insurance company that the people I bought it from like were using for it, which I don't even know how they sold it to me after that. My dad said they probably bought the salvage rights for it and then like sold it to me. But oh my god. So not only did I buy a 21-year-old car with, you know, a myriad of issues for $3,800, it was also a car that had been totaled like a few months prior, because I bought it in November, it was totaled in February. Which, finding that out, my mom was like, you should be more upset. I'm like, you know, it doesn't feel like a huge loss to me, because like I'm used to my car having 1,000 issues. And again, it was literally the only thing I could afford at the time. And I didn't know to like Carfax a car when I bought this car. I had no idea how to buy a car at the time. Like I had never bought a car before, and I didn't really get much guidance on it. Like my dad came with me to look at the car, but he didn't tell me what to do. I was just like, I would like one car, please, you know? And again, at the time, I was so desperate for a car, because like I didn't have one for a month and a half. I was like, car now, me want buy car. And now it's, you know, not as urgent for me to get a car, because I have this one, which is like working for now, not for much longer, but it's still going for now. I don't think I'm gonna even try to sell this car when I'm done with it, because it's in such horrible shape. And most people who are buying cars are not gonna be as stupid as I was when I bought this and not Carfax it. And I'm not gonna lie to people about the condition it's in. It's in terrible, awful condition. So like, I went online and I looked up, okay, what's the easiest way to just like get rid of a car? And a few websites came up that were like, you know, you can sell it to this website that like sells cars again. I forgot what the website is called, but like I went to one of them and I was like, yeah, my car's in horrible condition. Like I was fully, you know, like, yeah, my car's been in like 1 billion accidents, and it has a bunch of issues, and it like, you know, some of the lights on the dashboard are constantly on, and like it doesn't actually have issues, but the electrical problems, you know, stuff like that. Like the service restraint system thing is constantly on, and like there's nothing wrong with this restraint system in my car. It just won't go off. So one of those websites gave me a quote of they would give me $100 for my car, which honestly, fine, that's better than just like junking it. Like, so I'm like, I might just take the $100 and be like, bye-bye, because they'll also pick it up, which is good. Another thing, if I do buy the 2013, I'm definitely going to spend a decent chunk of change on getting like CarPlay for the car, because it's a little more of an issue than getting CarPlay for this car. So I'm spoiled. My dad got me this like thing for Christmas in 2023, I think, for your car that like plugs into, I'm sorry, my car's like dirty, but it plugs into the cigarette lighter thing down there, and it's CarPlay. Like it's literally Apple CarPlay. Like your phone connects to your car, and like you can look at like Google Maps and stuff, or like Apple Maps through it, and it's really easy. Like mostly the thing I use it for is like navigation. That thing also came with a dash cam, which unfortunately in that last accident I was in, oh my god, this is a whole side note. Did I already tell you guys this? I don't know, but in that last accident I was in, after it, I was like, I have no idea how that happened, because basically, like, the last accident I was in December, when I, like, hit somebody else's car, I was making a left turn out of a parking lot. I looked both ways. I did not see this lady coming, so I make the left turn, and then literally it's like she glitched into the universe, and then she was there. Like, I'm not saying that to, like, say, like, you know, I'm not at fault or whatever, but, like, I looked, I did not see her, and then she appeared. And then I hit her car, because she, like, appeared immediately, like, when I hit her, right? So I was like, okay, let me go back and watch the dash cam footage, because I was under the impression that this thing was recording all the time, because that's what it was doing when I first got it. And then I go and look, and the little, like, SD card, it was called something else. Like, the thing that, like, had the footage on it was gone! Like, it wasn't in the thing anymore. I think that happened because it fell off my dashboard, like, a few months prior. The thing, like, the little card probably fell out. So I was like, man, the one time I need this footage is gone. That was really, really frustrating. But anyways, what the hell was I saying? Anyways, the thing I have in my car, like the little screen thing, like gets plugged in through the cigarette lighter, and like it works like that. The 2013 Honda Odyssey already has like a screen in it, so it would be like a whole thing. Like, I guess I could technically mount that on top of where the screen is, but then that would be huge and bulky and probably be illegal for, like, you know, causing like hazards reason, like you know, a blockage in your vision or something. So I would have to take out the old screen and then put in a new one. So I would have to buy like an Apple CarPlay thing, and then I'd have to buy, like, you know, cosmetic stuff to put around it to make it fit into the dashboard. And also, if I want it to work with the original backup camera, which I do, I don't want to put like a battery operated backup camera in the back of my car, because that can fall off and stuff. I want to have it like work with the backup camera that like comes with the Odyssey. So I'd have to get like another like $130 extension to like do like something with wires, and I had to figure out how to do all that. So I've been looking into that today too, because I'm like, if I do buy this, I need the Apple CarPlay. Like, yes, it does have a screen and it does have like a navigation system, but like I hate navigation systems in cars. They're always terrible for some reason. Like, I use Google Maps religiously. I will not use anything else basically. Sometimes I'll use Apple Maps. It also has like a drink cooling system, which is like weird. And also, oh my god, this is like embarrassing. My car's so freaking dirty, and like I need to clean it. Okay, I'm sorry, but the cup holders in my car right here, terrible. Like, if you put a drink in here, it's falling out immediately. I think the cup holders in the newer car, in the 2013, are like slightly better. Like, I think if you put a drink in it, it wouldn't fall out immediately. In this car, it will. But they also have like a thing like near the front of the car, like that comes out of the car, that like cools your drinks. That's crazy for 2013. I don't know, it's pretty cool. I think I might just buy this one just out of convenience. Like, I would rather have a 2015 instead of a 2013, but it's, you know, it's 2 years. And this one's close, and it's within my budget. It's getting right up there. It's getting right up there in my budget, but like, you know, it's close enough. I might go over budget though with all the other things I'm gonna have to like do to it, you know what I mean? Like, bring it to the shop, have it checked on, whatever, like, get it registered, you know, it's not a necessity to get the Apple CarPlay, but like it is to me, you know, stuff like that. I was thinking, you know, if I had any money left over from like the money my grandma left to me after I bought the car, I would like use that for my apartment, like getting stuff for my apartment, and, you know, buying like cookware and, you know, household cleaning stuff for my apartment. I have other money. I make money. Like, I'm a Depop seller. By the way, link in description for my Depop and my social media links if you are interested. Like, I make money. Like, I can buy those things secondhand probably. Like, I don't make a lot of money, but, you know, I can probably buy those things secondhand, like, with the money that I make. But I just thought it'd be like nice to have like a little boost when getting all this stuff, because it's gonna be really freaking expensive. But if it all has to go to the car, then like, so be it. I also looked into getting car insurance. So right now I am paying, oh, should I name the insurance companies? I'm probably not going to, because I don't want to get like sued. But right now I have a silly insurance company that I am paying $294 to. That is with a completely clean record, and I'll explain why. So that first accident I had in the BMW, we never reported because I had definitely totaled the car. So we were like, you know, this car isn't worth that much. So, and it also didn't have collision on it, so like there was literally 0 point in like reporting it to the insurance, because then that would just like make my like insurance rates go up without like getting literally any benefit for it. So that accident was not on my record. The most recent accident I had in December has not affected my rates yet. It's been almost 6 months, so my rates are probably gonna go up like next month. But the rate I'm paying right now is what I've been paying with a clean record just because of my age. I also don't have collision on this car because, again, this car is so old, there's no point in insuring it for collision because, like, it's worth, like, $3. So I'm paying $294 a month just because of my age. So I went on to, I guess I can probably name the insurance company that I don't have beef with. I went on to, like, Geico's website today just to see, like, what rate they would give me. And, you know, I was like, yeah, I live here. I've been in this many accidents. I reported a different accident that wasn't my fault that also happened, but that, like that was reported to insurance companies. When I was 17, I had my license for, I think, less than a freaking month, guys. I was in the CVS parking lot. I don't know if I was on the phone with my mom that's happened or if I had just gotten off the phone, but I had been on the phone with my mom, like, sobbing because I couldn't get my meds because there was a shortage at the time. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do without my meds. Like, I really need my meds. And I was, like, very distraught about it because I had just been in CVS and they were like, yeah, we don't have them. So I was like, oh my God, I'm so upset. And I think I had just got off the phone with my mom, and then all of a sudden I felt my car lurching forward. This was not the BMW or this car. This was this is a 2003 Toyota Highlander that my brother still drives, but I was driving at the time. I felt the car, like, lurch forward, and I was a brand new driver, so I was like, did I do something? Did I accidentally put the car in drive somehow? Like, I knew I had it in park. Turns out a lady had backed into me while I was completely still in a parking spot, and she, like, cracked the left tail light, which, like, again, it was a 2003 Toyota Highlander in 2023, so it was a 20-year-old car, not really worth much, but I was like, I don't know what to do, because I, again, had my license for, like, less than a month. So the lady's like, okay, like, let's get our insurance out and our IDs or whatever. So I was like, okay. And then I was like, this is my mom's car. Like, I'm going to call my mom. And she was like, she was annoyed with me. She was like, I have places to be. You just hit my car, okay? I don't care if you have places to be. It's your responsibility to, like, take care of this now. Because, like, you hit my car while I was sitting still in a parking lot. I'm still mad at this lady to this day. Like, literally, what the hell you have places to be. I don't care. Like, it's your responsibility to be here right now and, like, deal with what you just did. Like, I'm not one to talk when it comes to car accidents. Like, I'm not upset at her for having the accident. I'm upset at her for, like, wanting to take, like, zero responsibility for it. She was, like, 45 years old too, which, by the way, her insurance company literally never paid us for that. Like, they keep, like, dodging it, so it wasn't even worth it to, like, get her insurance. But anyway, I told Geico about that accident where I was like, yeah, I was not at fault, whatever, the car was parked, and then I told them about the accident that I had in December where I was like, yeah, I was at fault. And so I got a quote for, I think, like, $360 a month, so that's with living here, plus my age. I'm still very young, so, like, that definitely affects it, and also, I don't know if that accident that I wasn't at fault for increases my rates or not. It might, because, like, sometimes insurance companies will increase your rates for an accident like that wasn't your fault, but there's one accident that was my fault and one accident that wasn't, and I reported both of them because, you know, they're both on record, so I was like, they're gonna be able to find out about this anyways, you know, I as well just, like, be completely honest, so, like, I know exactly, like, what quote I'm gonna get. So yeah, they quoted me $360. Currently I'm paying $294, which, you know, with the car accident I had in December, like, it makes sense for it to go up by $60 ish. Like, you know, that's not that bad. And also, once I move to Buffalo, my rates should hopefully go down by, like, a lot, because I live on Long Island. Long Island and New York City, those kinds of areas have very, very expensive car insurance because of just, like, the location. There are more people, like, it's more of a dense population, so it's just more likely to have an accident. So if you live in, like, Long Island, New York City area, you are going to have more expensive insurance. But since I'm moving to Buffalo, my insurance should go down by a lot because there's, like, less people there, so less chance for accidents. That should be good. So, like, once I move, it's another good thing that I'm getting off my parents' policy and I'm just getting my own policy, because once I move, I can say, I'm living at this address in Buffalo now, please lower my insurance. And if I stayed in my parents' policy, I wouldn't be able to do that because they live here and they're not moving. So yeah, that should be a plus in 2.5 months when I move. Still gotta get an apartment. But yeah, that also proves there was literally no benefit to being on my parents' insurance in the first place, because my parents put me on their insurance because they were like, oh, since we have good driving record, like, they should make your, like, rates go down or whatever. No, I'm paying through the nose with a clean record just because of my age, and yeah, I guess because of where I live. You know, it makes me, I really hate that insurance company that they use. Apparently, like, they're, like, one of the more pricey ones too. I'm like, why would you guys go with this one? But anyways, I think that's all I have to say about the car right now. I'll let you guys know what's going on with, like, the mechanic and stuff. I'm just gonna get a mechanic in Patchogue, dude. I literally do not like the one my parents go to. Like, he's literally a scammer now. Like, I don't care if they've been going to him for 30 years. His son is a scammer. His son is ripping you off, you know? And I know, again, because I'm a 19-year-old girl, every mechanic ever is gonna rip me off. But, like, I don't know, I'd rather have a mechanic that's gonna rip me off closer so I won't have to pay $800 for a towing fee. At least then I'll get ripped off for less. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys when I have another update about this. Alright, just coming back at you guys with another car update. I actually have no idea what day I went to go see the car. I know it was like a couple days ago, but today's Friday. I'll have to look at that in post so I can figure it out, but it's been a few days. And I figured out the mechanic thing. So my dad kept calling his guy and he was like, can you look at this car? And the guy was like, no, it's an hour away. And then my dad was like, do you know anybody in Patchogue who can look at it? And the guy didn't know anybody in Patchogue who could look at it. So then my dad was like, well, we can't find a mechanic to look at it. I was like, can we not find somebody in the area? So then I went online and I was like, cause again, I've never like bought a car like this before, like from like, you know, actual people and done like the actual research I'm supposed to do. I've never gotten a mechanic to look at a car before buying it. So I looked up like how to do that, and you can get something called a mobile mechanic. So, which is like, the mechanic will like come to the place, and like this is specifically for when you're buying a used car, the mechanic will check it out. So I used this website, I think it's called Lemon something. I just checked, it's called Lemon Squads. Basically like their whole thing is mobile mechanics who will come to look at a car for you. So I had to get one of those. So basically what you do is you like pay them beforehand, and then you give them like the phone number of like wherever you're trying to buy the car from, and then they set up a time to look at the car. So like that's like out of my hands. Like I don't even have to be there, which is good. I set this up last night. Like I like paid them last night. I was like, this is the phone number of like the car place. This is like, you know, their info, whatever. This is like the VIN number of the car I'm trying to buy, which they didn't need, but I gave it to them anyways because like there was an optional part to put that and everything. And then I messaged people who are selling the car. I was like, hey, I'm gonna like have these people come look at the car, and they're like, okay. And I was like, okay, they're gonna contact you. So they contacted people who are selling the car. The Lemon Squad contacted the car people, and I got an email today that they're gonna inspect it on Monday. So that's 3 days from now, which kind of sucks, but oh well. And I guess if everything comes back good on Monday, then I'll buy the car. So that's kind of fast. I think like a week and a half or something. Oh wait, I do remember. I looked at the car on Monday. Okay, so that was like 4 days ago. Also, I think I put gas in the car outside that I have still for the last time yesterday, 2 days ago, because I got a full tank 2 days ago, and I don't think I'll be able to burn through all that gas before I get my new car, so I think I'm done. I think it's the last time I've ever filled that up with gas. And dude, my car is in such terrible condition. Also, I never told you guys, the day I bought the car, my dad drove it home because like we like did something illegal, low-key. The day I bought that car that I have right now, we took plates from the old BMW that I had totaled. We took the plates that we still had from that and put it on that car just to get it home, because I didn't have it insured or registered yet, but I just like needed to get home. So like, you know, we put the old plates on the new car, which is like super illegal, but you know, it was only for the drive home, and then it sat in my driveway until I insured it and got it registered and everything. But on the way home after I bought it, my dad was driving it because he was like, I'm a better driver than you. And he went to go get gas for it, and he couldn't open the gas thing. It was like stuck shut, so we ended up having to use like a screwdriver to open it up, and then it was broken, like it couldn't fully close ever again. Also, it didn't come with a gas cap, so that was an issue. Again, shouldn't have bought that car. Also, I can't drive that car on highways anymore, or I am certain that the wheels are gonna fall off, because another issue I was having in February when I took it into the mechanic is like driving it didn't feel right. It felt a certain way, and it feels that exact way now, and the mechanic said that was the wheels, like they were so loose they were gonna fall off somehow, and he tightened them, but now they're pretty loose again, I think, because it feels the exact same. So no more highways, or I think I will like injure somebody. I'm really not trying to drive like at all, like as much as possible. Like I only drive if I need to, like for work and stuff, and I won't take highways, I take the long way. But good God, I cannot wait to get this new car. I am driving like a dinosaur at this point. Like it's gonna turn into a puff of dust any second. Yeah, I'll see you guys when I have another update about the car. Alright guys, it's Monday and I haven't had much of an update from Lemon Squad yet. It says something like in progress. Let me see if I can look on my other phone. Okay, yeah, it says in progress, ETA Monday, May 26th. It said that for a few days though, so if I go to, yeah, it has like all of like the updates here. So it says 22nd of May, 2025, order placed. 23rd of May, 2025, ETA changed. Initial ETA, May 23rd, 2025, but that's still the ETA. And then 23rd of May, 2025, inspector accepted and scheduled. So inspector has accepted the job and scheduled the ETA May 23rd, 2025, 12:46 p.m. So maybe that was at 12:36 p.m. on May 23rd. So like today is the 26th. He was supposed to look at it today. And then on the 23rd of May, there was the last update on the 23rd of May is inspection in progress, which means they haven't actually gone yet, but they were supposed to go today. However, today is Memorial Day, and they're supposed to be working on Memorial Day, these people, which is like, okay, that's nice, thank you. I looked it up, though, and it said, like, Lemon Squad still operates on Memorial Day, but it might be, like, slower than normal, which, you know, understandable. So there's, like, a small chance they didn't actually do it today, but they were supposed to do the inspection today. So if they did the inspection today, I'm going to get the report of it either tonight or tomorrow morning. And the plan is, if I do get the inspection tonight or tomorrow morning, and everything looks good, nothing's like terribly wrong with it. Like let's say like the worst issue is like, I don't know, it needs different brakes or something. That's like an easy enough issue. It's expensive, but it's an easy enough issue to fix. Like it's not gonna ruin the entire car and like be undrivable like the one that I have. If that happens, I'll buy the car. And I'll end up insuring the car before I buy it, because I'm pretty sure the only thing you need to insure a car is the make, model, year, and VIN number. And I have all those for this car. So before I buy it, I can literally just call the insurance company and say, I would like to insure this car, please. Because you cannot register a car at the DMV if it's not insured yet. You have to insure it before you register it. So my plan is, if I get it back like tonight, if I get the report tonight, it looks all good, I'll just insure the car, go there tomorrow, buy the car, and then immediately go to the DMV and register it, and then immediately drop my other car from the insurance I have right now. And then I'll have a drivable car by tomorrow night. If not, Wednesday night, because today's Monday, like I said, it's Monday, May 26th, Memorial Day. So yeah, that's the plan. My mom was telling me not to, you know, like, insure it before I buy it, because she was like, what if you insure it tonight and then before you buy it tomorrow it gets wrecked? And I'm like, well, the people I'm buying it from aren't gonna know I insured it, so they'll just take that as a loss, and then I'll call the insurance company and be like, never mind, you know? Like, not my problem if they don't know about it. So yeah, that's the plan. It's 8:55 p.m. right now. If I'm gonna get it tonight, if I'm gonna get like the report back tonight, I'm probably gonna get it between 9 and 11 p.m. If not, I'll probably have it by the time I wake up tomorrow. If I don't have it by the time I wake up tomorrow, that means they didn't do it today. So I'll probably like email them about it. But yeah, that's how it's going. I'll let you guys know tomorrow what happens. Okay, so it's the next day now. It's Tuesday. I did end up getting the report back last night at like 10:30, 11 o'clock-ish. And yeah, pretty much everything looks good except for the one concerning thing on the report was something like, I had to pull it up to see, but the only really concerning thing on it is it says body alignment, general misalignment to body panels, see pictures, and then they included like 80 pictures of the car, and none of them were that concerning, so I don't know which ones they were talking about, but this guy was really thorough. Like, he was thorough enough to be like, oh, like, the floor mats are dirty, you know, so like, that was a negative in his report. I'll read you everything that like technically was wrong with it, because like all that red there, I'll put a picture on the screen, is like things that are wrong with it. So yeah, the body alignment I already said, then scratches, there are minor miscellaneous scratches around the vehicle, normal for mileage, and most too small to see in photos, which is correct, there's very, very small scratches. Dents, there are dents on the wheel arch, see pictures, and I don't remember there being dents on the wheel arch, like maybe on like the side of the car, like tiny, tiny ones. Paint condition, the paint shows some wear and tear that is consistent with age and mileage. Rust, the underside shows areas of surface rust, see pictures. And then bumper, the rear bumper has been repainted, work is up to industry standards. The front bumper has been repainted, work is up to industry standards. Steering wheel, the steering wheel exhibits signs of wear. Seat condition, there is light wear to the seats, normal for mileage. Inner door panels, the inner door panels show wear consistent with age and mileage. Driver door panel wear and tear. Sun visors, the sun visors display signs of wear. Floor mats, the floor mats are dirty. Interior trim, the interior trim shows normal wear consistent with age and mileage. And then muffler system, this is also like a little bit concerning. The exhaust has some surface rust, but currently has no leaks and sounds good. And that's like, you know, I can just replace the exhaust pipe if I have to, which I think in most cars you do eventually. So yeah, everything seems good except for that one thing about like the body alignment. That's like a little concerning, but really I couldn't see anything in the pictures. And like I showed my parents too, and they're like, what is he talking about in these pictures? Because like it might have been like a tiny little gap between like the two pieces of, you know, whatever, like the thing on the outside of the car, the panels on the outside of the car. It might be like a slightly larger of a gap than you're supposed to have, but that's fine. The front and back bumpers being repainted is a little concerning. My mom said like, oh, it must have been in an accident, like for that to happen, that might have been like replaced or something. The Carfax we did on it says it's never been in an accident. It's been in like a scratch basically. And my mom said, oh, maybe there was an accident, they didn't report it to insurance, which is possible because like that happened when I totaled my Beamer, but that's because, you know, I totaled it and nobody else was involved. Maybe like they hit something like a mailbox or something, like their own mailbox, and they didn't want to call insurance. Maybe they had to replace a bumper because of that. Understandable, I guess, as long as it's not in as terrible condition as the one outside. I don't know. It seems like it's fine. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go buy the car today. My dad's gonna try to haggle them down to like 9,500-ish. It's at 11,000 right now. It's been sitting for 2 months, and like, you know, we have some clear damage to it in the report I got. I didn't end up insuring it last night. It's because, yeah, I'm just gonna wait till I buy it. I think you can get a car insured like in like 15 minutes. Like, it's really easy to get it insured. It doesn't take too long. What I'm worried about is registering the car, because I don't know if this is like true for everybody in New York, but around me, you cannot just walk into a DMV. Every time I've ever tried to do that, they've been like, no, make an appointment, which fine, whatever. So last night I was like, okay, let me just make an appointment for the DMV for tomorrow. And my dad said, oh, don't make an appointment because you don't know if you're actually going to buy it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I can just cancel the appointment if I don't end up buying the car, but I'd rather make the appointment now so that I can go, you know? But then I went onto the DMV website to make an appointment, and then all 4 DMVs in Suffolk County, which is where I live, didn't have an opening until June 16th, and today is May 27th. That's like 3 weeks from now. So I was like, am I gonna not be able to register this car for 3 weeks? Because like something stupid happened with like the New York driver's license recently. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I need to get on that, honestly, because I don't know if I have the correct driver's license. I have an enhanced license, but it's like some sort of like other kind of thing you have on it. I don't know if I have it or not. But like it's like illegal to not have a license to have that doesn't have like a little star on it now. So, like, the DMV is all booked up for the next 3 weeks. So I was like, okay, so I'll make an appointment for June 16th, I guess, because, like, I should make one now, even though I have to wait. Basically, I should make the appointment now because it's going to get booked up, you know? So, like, that's as soon as I can get an appointment. So I made the appointment, and then I was like, man, I don't want to wait 3 weeks to, like, register my car if I buy it tomorrow. So then I did a little more research, and since it's a used car place, like a place that sells cars, there's a chance they might register it for me, like, right then and there, and I won't have to go to the DMV, so that would be really good, but I still would need to get car insurance before they do that. So, like, there's a chance that they'll register the car for me, which is good, but if they don't, there's also, like, businesses that are, like, private, like, quote-unquote private DMVs where you can go to them, and I looked at it, and you don't need to make an appointment. It's like, they only do walk-ins, but basically, you can go and register your car at this, like, private DMV, and they'll register it with the state for you, like, all legal and stuff, like, basically the same as you would do at a regular DMV. It probably would just cost a little more, which, honestly, I'm willing to spend a little more money on that just so I can have the car now, because, again, I really can't drive the car I have right now. Like, I only drive it if I absolutely have to. Like, I haven't driven it in, like, days. So, yeah, we'll see how that all goes. I hope they can register it for me at the place. Like, that's the best case scenario. Second best case scenario would be to go to the, like, private DMV. So, yeah, I'll see you guys after I have gone to the car place and done all that. Yeah, I'll let you know what happens. Alright guys, I am back from going to the car place, and I do not have the car with me. So, basically, like I said, there's like that stupid thing right now, it's called Real ID, with like the, DMV. In New York, you need to have a Real ID now. If you have a, driver's license that doesn't have the little star in the corner, that means, like, it's, like, invalid, basically. I looked it up, I have an enhanced license. I've had an enhanced license, I think, since I had my permit. I think it was enhanced. So I'm actually good, I'm in the clear, but people who didn't have an enhanced license need to get a Real ID now, and that's why there's no openings at all in the DMV for the next 3 weeks. So when I went to go buy the car today, my dad was able to haggle them down to $10,500. So I saved $500. That's, compared to the rest of the price, it doesn't seem like a lot compared to, like, the whole price of it, but $500 is still a lot of money, so I saved it at least. I actually have a little post-it note here with the cost of everything. So the cost of the car is the cost of the car is $10,500. The cost of the sales tax is $918.75, and then the inspection is $37. So that's $11,455.75. And I brought, like, one of my personal checks with me. I only have 3 checks for my personal account because who, like, uses checks? I just have them because I had to get checks for my business account, like, a year ago, and I was like, might as well get some for my personal. So I took, like, one of my personal checks with me, and I was gonna write him a check, but then he was like, oh, I want you to get, like, a certified bank check. So I was like, okay, whatever. Like, so I went to the bank and got the certified check, and I'm just gonna give it to him tomorrow because it doesn't really matter if I give him the check today or tomorrow because I can't drive the car home until tomorrow. Basically, I have that appointment for June 16th to get my car registered, but he can give me a 45-day temporary registration if I bring my plates from my old car. So I'm gonna take the plates off my old car and then put it in the driveway and then bring the plates tomorrow. My dad's gonna drive me again. And I can't get the temporary 45-day registration until my car insurance is active, and I did actually buy the Geico car insurance, like, on the way over, like, in the car on the way over, but it's not gonna be active until midnight tonight because for some reason in New York, like, it's illegal to have same-day insurance. Like, you need to wait a whole day before your insurance is active, which is so stupid. So, like, if I didn't listen to my mom and I just got the insurance last night, I would be driving a car right now. But yeah, I still have to wait a day for the insurance to be active. They're doing an inspection on my car at the place, so I wanted to take it for an inspection, so that's good. And they're gonna do the 45-day temporary registration, and then in 3 weeks, on June 16th, I will go and get my car actually registered. And I'll save money on the plates and stuff since I'll be using my plates for my old car, but I don't know if it's gonna cause a headache. I'm gonna have to get on myself to do with that. Also, when I went to the bank to get the check, it took the money out of my account already, so I no longer have 5 digits of my bank account. I did for a little bit. And yeah, I'll give him the like check tomorrow. I also printed out my insurance card because Geico, I guess, like, they don't send it to you in the mail. The other insurance company that I won't name, that I hate, that I had, would send you your insurance card in the mail. They wouldn't give you like a digital copy of it, but I just got a digital copy from Geico, so I printed that out and I'll put that in the car. I'll probably put it in an envelope that says like May to November 2025 car insurance something. Also, my car insurance is actually only $250 a month. So the reason I thought it was $350, because I'm paying $300 right now with like I said, with my clean record, because my accident that I had hasn't affected my rates yet. I'm paying $300 just because of my age right now on the old car insurance company. And when I was setting this up and I was getting the quote from Geico like a week ago, it told me $350 because it asked me like, you know, how many drivers are there in your household. So I told them like about my parents and my brother, and then it quoted me $350 for that. But then today when I was actually trying to buy the car insurance, it was asking for the number on my like driver's license, but also on my mom's driver's license. And I was like, there ain't no way, first of all, she would ever give that to me. And second of all, like, why is my mom associated with this? Like, this is like my car insurance only for me. So then I just like saw what would happen if I just like removed everybody, and then the price of the car insurance went down by $100 a month. So now I only have to pay $250. So turns out I think I was accidentally putting all those people on my policy that I didn't need to put on my policy. So yeah, that saved me $100, so I didn't like make that stupid mistake. So yeah, I was definitely fully getting ripped off by the other insurance company, because Geico, knowing all of those accidents, like the accidents that I've had are affecting the price when they weren't on my old car insurance because it hasn't been long enough. It's still like, what, like $50 less? So I'm saving myself like $600 a year. But that's good. So yeah, tomorrow should be the day that I do get the car though. I haven't given them the check yet or anything. I doubt it'll sell. I got, when I was trying to sign into Lemon Squad today, I got this, like, notification, like, message or something from Lemon Squad. It was, like, a message for somebody named Evan. Like, I started off with, like, sorry, Evan. My name's not Evan. My name's Ashlyn. And so I was like, no, because it said, like, the car has sold. Like, we weren't able to perform the inspection because your car has sold as you wanted inspected. But first of all, it said Evan, which my name's not Evan. Second of all, they were able to inspect my car. Like, I did get the report, so I was like, maybe it's for somebody else. And it turns out it was for somebody else because, you know, when I went to go see the car, it wasn't sold. But my heart dropped for a second because I was like, I've already sunk so much time into this car and money, spending the $200 on the car to get the car, you know, inspected. But that was for somebody named Evan. I don't know why I got that message, but it scared me. But yeah, the rest of today I'm going to spend cleaning out my old car. I have, you guys probably saw in this video, I think I probably recorded, like, a clip in my car. I have, like, hot pink zebra seats, like, seat covers in my car. They're terrible quality. Like, I wish I could get better quality seat covers for less than, like, $400, because I was looking up, okay, maybe I can get, like, custom seat covers for a Honda Odyssey, because the ones that I had to, like, cut a little bit to be able to use the armrests, but any seat covers I look up online, like, they don't allow for armrests. Like, you have to, like, put them back to use any of the seat covers I see online. I'm like, that's, like, stupid. Like, I like using my armrests all the time. So I was like, okay, maybe there are, like, custom, like, seat covers I can get for a Honda Odyssey, because I could do, like, the pattern that I want. I could get the pattern custom made and, like, you know, this right, what's the word? The right, like, fitting for the seats. But they were all, like, $300 to $500, and I was like, I'm not spending that much on zebra seat covers. The ones that I have, I think it was $40, like, ish for a set of the ones I had, but I had to get 2 sets because I had, like, the middle seats in the middle, so I could have, like, you know, covers for the middle seats as well. So I ended up spending, I think, probably like $80 altogether on the, like, zebra seats in my car, but I got them at different times. So that's honestly, that's still a lot of money, but I'm just gonna wash those because might as well if I'm, like, changing them. And I also am gonna wash, like, all the blankets in my backseat and stuff. I'm not gonna put the car seat covers in the dryer because, again, they're made out of, like, the thinnest polyester you will ever see in your life. They will fall apart. The stitching will come undone. So I'm just gonna, like, hang them to dry. But yeah, I'm just gonna take everything out of my old car today. And, you know, it's still technically insured. It's got the plates on it still, so I can still drive it. But again, I've been trying not to drive it at all. Like, at all. I really don't want to drive it at all. So yeah, that's the rest of my day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, when I get the car. Alright guys, it's the next morning and I'm about to drive this car for the last time. I'm driving it to UPS because I have one package there that I need to ship, and I don't want to wait till after I get my new car because it might take a long time. I took everything out of this car. I'm holding my phone right now because I don't even have, like, my little phone holder in here. I took out the Apple CarPlay. I gave that to my brother so he can use it in his car because he has an old car that, like, doesn't really have anything in it either. I'm not worried about driving this car to UPS just because UPS is really close, but like I'm not driving it. I haven't driven it at all in a few days. I had to jump it just now. And you know, I need to get to UPS, but I haven't been driving it anywhere far at all, and I haven't driven it at all in the last few days, basically. I also have in my bag already, it's 8:41, and I'm probably not gonna leave until like 10 because this place isn't open until like 10:30. And I want to get my car like in the morning, you know. But in my bag, I already have my car insurance for my new car. I have terrible handwriting, I'm sorry, but it says 528. I meant to write, I don't know why I wrote 58. 5/28/25 to 11/28/25 has been expired. It's a 6-month policy. And then in here, I have, you can't see through that, right? I have the check I'm gonna give to this guy. So really can't forget that. So yeah, and I also have in the car insurance slip, I have the registration for this car, because I don't know, he might need it to like put the plates from this car into that car, because like we're not doing it illegally this time, we're doing it fully legally this time, since we're working with an actual like business that's selling cars. Like I said, I did take everything out of here, except for the furry steering wheel. That is not coming with me in my new car, just because it gets matted. Like, this is the second one I've had, and it's like kind of matted as well. They get matted, and I don't want to keep having to replace them, so I got like a sparkly bedazzled one online, like, and I'll probably get it like in a few days, and I'll put that one in the new car. I haven't decided if I'm gonna put the zebra seat covers in my new car yet, just because I don't know if that's my vibe I want to take to the new car, but we'll see. I did like bring them inside and wash them though. They were covered in shit from under, like, one of them was covered in shit from under the seat. It's probably like whatever lubricant is there for like moving the seat back and forth, but it was disgusting. It was so gross. I washed them in the hottest water and it didn't shrink, so that's good. I'll show you everything else I had in my car is on the porch right now. I just like literally took every object out of my car and put it on the porch. It's been sitting there overnight, except for like the electronics, because I was like, it's probably not good to leave the electronics outside. It's like the cigarette lighter and, you know, the Apple CarPlay stuff. I gave the Apple CarPlay stuff to my brother, like I said, but like cigarette lighter and like my charger and stuff are on the porch. So yeah, I'll show you guys that after I go to UPS, and then after that I will be going to get my new car. Okay, I'm home and I'm parked in the driveway, and I'm terrified because my driveway is on a hill, and I'm like sitting backwards. This car cannot be on hills, it will roll, especially in like the winter, like when it's snowy. One time this car, let me tell you more issues about this car, okay? It had like many flat tires from like the tires that I got like originally with it. Like within like the first month of having this car, like one of the tires deflated. It's not because I like drove it or anything, it was like deflating when I bought it. And then there's like a bicycle pump in the garage over there, so when I was trying to, you know, fill it back up again, I tried to drive up this hill when it was like snowy out, because I bought this in November and it was like a month later, and I got about halfway up the hill and I got out of the car, I think, because I was like, that's as far as I'm getting up. But then it started going backwards down the hill when I wasn't in it, and I had just bought this car and I had no money, so if anything happened to it, I was fricked, okay? And I was like, my Odyssey, and I ran after it and I grabbed onto it. I don't know, that was a stupid decision because I could have ran over myself doing that, but I stopped it from like hitting anything else. So that's another thing. Also, I don't know if I told you guys, the hood doesn't open on this car. You have to like work at it for like 15 minutes to get the hood open. I shouldn't have bought this car. But yeah, I'm terrified to be parked on the hill right now because I feel like it's gonna like roll backwards, because whatever. I put the parking brake on though. But yeah, I'll show you everything on the porch now. This is all the stuff I had in my car. This is like random stuff. That's an emergency kit, reusable bags. I have had those 2 coolers in my car for the last like year, and I don't even use them for anything. I just don't have anywhere else to put them. This is like the stuff that I bring with, like when I take my dog to the park. That was a car jack that was stuck under the floor. And a bunch of other miscellaneous stuff. I don't know, car vacuum. These were like the cup holder. I had to wash those. Other stuff I needed for my car. We got the oil, because my car likes to burn oil and run out of it. Extra seat covers. These are shoes I was gonna give to my friend and then forgot to give to them. All this other stuff. It's all going in my new car. Probably not all of it. Probably some of this I can like put other places or like throw out if it's garbage. I put most of the garbage in the garbage already. This is my dog's seatbelt. But yeah, this is everything that was in my car. Most of it will be going in the new car. I probably have to put this away because I don't know. And like other stuff over here, like I don't need all of this in the car at once. Let's go finally pick up my new car. I know this video is over an hour long at this point. The car's coming now. Alright guys, it's the next day and I'm in my new car. It was like a whole thing to get it registered. So, okay, I went to the place at like 10:30 in the morning, right? I hand the guy the check and I think, okay, it shouldn't take too long for him to do whatever he has to do. But then he ended up not being able to give me the temporary registration because my old car was registered in my mom's name because I had to be on her insurance, because I was on like her insurance policy, which I already explained to you guys, ended up being a total scam because I'm saving more money not being on her policy. But yeah, my old car was registered in my mom's name, so he couldn't switch the plates from my old car to my new car since those plates are registered to my mom and not me. And he goes, oh, well, you could register this new car. Oh my god, there's something like going on with my bangs. I like hairsprayed them, but now they're like not in the right position. Anyways, he was like, oh, well, you could just register your new car in your mom's name too. But then he also said you would have to change like the insurance policy to be in your mom's name. And like that, like the whole thing is, my mom and me, we both do not want my new car to be registered in her name. Like, I just want it to be my car, because that can cause, like, a whole lot of issues, like, elsewhere as well. So I was like, okay, I really don't want to register this car in my mom's name. So then I was like, okay, the DMV's all booked up because of the Real ID thing. And I found out today that that's not just a New York thing. Forgive me, I thought it was just a New York thing, but apparently it's a whole America thing. My bad. People are gonna be mad about that in the comments because I didn't say it until over an hour into the video. But yeah, I was like, okay, all the DMVs are booked. So then I was trying to find a private DMV in the area, and I couldn't find one that was like close. I found one that was like an hour away. So we went. It took some convincing for my dad to say, okay, I'll drive you an hour away to this private DMV. But then he was like, okay, fine, we'll go. So then we went to this private DMV, and I was able to turn in the plates from my old car and get plates for this car. So they're different plates, completely different. So I was able to actually register my car same day yesterday. But I had to pay like $300 to register it. When I had like the regular DMV, it probably would have been like $120 at most. So that sucks, but it was just the convenience of it because I really didn't want to wait 3 weeks to register my car. Also, that guy probably didn't want to have a sold car sitting in his lot for 3 weeks, you know? So I paid that exorbitant price to get my car registered, and then I got it, and now I have it. Now my car's registered in my name, and I have insurance for it and all that. And also, I am donating my old car to Make-A-Wish. I decided to donate it instead of like selling it to something, because I was like, it's probably just better to donate it, you know? So I was between Habitat for Humanity and Make-A-Wish. You know, hard to weigh those two things, you know? People who need houses or terminally ill children. Oh, I felt bad. Like, either way, I would have felt bad for not choosing the other one, but I ended up going with Make-A-Wish. So they're gonna pick up my old car soon, like within the next few days. So I will give you guys a car tour once I'm done doing this. So last night I decided, because I have all this stuff to put the Apple CarPlay in my car. I ordered it on Amazon like 2 days ago, and it came yesterday. I decided I wanted to try to put the Apple CarPlay in, and it was going pretty good. I was able to get all of the panels off my car that I needed to, and I just wasn't able to get this radio off. That's the one thing, because I got all of the screws out of this radio, except for, let me show you, except for this one. This one would not come out, and I think it's because of the angle of this. My car was off because I was working with, like, electrical equipment, so, like, you know, I didn't want to have the car be on, so I couldn't get my screwdriver at, like, the right angle, I think, was the issue. And no matter how hard I turned, it wouldn't go. And I think because it wasn't at the right angle, like, it was at, like, a slightly off angle, I stripped the screw. So then I decided, okay, I'm gonna turn my car on and then put my car in neutral and put the parking brake on, because I looked up, does your car go if you do that? And it says it should just stay in place. So I was like, okay, cool. So then I did that, and I had, like, the right angle, I guess, because this was out of the way. But I think it was just stripped at that point, so I couldn't do it. So then I went, and I tried to get wrenches out of my dad's car, because I know he keeps, like, tools in there, right? I was trying to get these are my dad's, at my dad's car. And then I took his spare key. It's, like, not like I'm not allowed to do this. Like, I took his spare key, and I opened the car, but then his car started, like, going off, because the spare key was dead, so I was using, like, the physical key, but his car started, like, beeping and stuff, and, like, you know, going, somebody's intruding! And then my dad runs out of the house, because it was, like, nighttime. My dad runs out of the house, and he goes, oh my god, I thought somebody was breaking into my car. And I was like, no, it's just me. I was looking for screws. Not screws, I was looking for wrenches, and he was like, there's not even wrenches in that car. So it turns out this was in the garage. So I went and grabbed this, and I was trying to use this one to get this out of here, and then I dropped it. I dropped it into here. And then I took this panel off to get it out, so I got it out the first time, and then I was trying to use it again, and then I dropped it again, and dude, it's gone. I have shined my flashlight in every single hole to try and find it. It's literally gone. So I hope that doesn't cause problems. So now I'm gonna go to Home Depot now. I'm gonna go to Home Depot, and I'm gonna get a power drill, because I probably should buy a power drill anyways, because again, I'm gonna be moving and living by myself soon, so I should probably have that. I'm gonna get a power drill. I'm gonna get replacement screws for that one that won't come out. Like a bunch of them, just in case I need them. And then I'm also gonna get a replacement for whatever that tool was that I dropped inside of my car that I lost I'm gonna get a replacement for my dad. I had to take the nails off my thumbs last night to do this as well, so that's annoying. And I ordered on Amazon my own, like, set of, like, wrenches. so I won't have to, like, you know, break into my dad's car again to get them. And I also ordered, like, a set of stuff to get, like, a stripped screw out, so I'm gonna use my power drill once I get that to get that out. It says it's coming between 10 o'clock and 3 p.m., like 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. today. It's 11:19. Sometimes Amazon will say that. They'll say, oh, it'll be delivered today by 3 p.m. And then it'll give you a notice like, oh, it's actually not going to be delivered for like 2 more days. And you're like, so I hope it does come today, because I don't want to be driving around with a car that's taken apart. Because I'm not putting it back together. You know, because I already went through all that to take it apart. And I'm afraid I'll break it if I try to put it back together and take it apart again. But I did get the old screen out, so that's good. This is the old screen that was in it. We will be replacing that with Apple CarPlay. So yeah, I'm going to go do all that at Home Depot. Once I am done putting the Apple CarPlay in my car, once that's all settled, it looks all good again, it's all put together again, I'll give you guys a car tour. But I do love this new car, okay? I do love it. Alright guys, it's the next day, and a little update on the Apple CarPlay thing. So, I ended up spending my entire day yesterday taking my car apart, trying to put the Apple CarPlay thing in, and when it came time, there was like wires I had to like splice together. I was like, I don't know how to do this. So then I called this place up called Audio Planet. Basically, like, they're a place that sells a lot of car stuff, and like stereos for cars, and like, you know, Apple CarPlay for cars and stuff, and they do installations too. So I called them and I was like, hey, I bought Apple CarPlay for my car. I thought I could put it together myself, but I definitely can't. How much for an installation? And they said like $150. And I thought that was probably worth it, because I was going to spend the next week of my life trying to figure this out and, like, causing a huge headache, and I probably ended up breaking it, and, like, it wouldn't work. So I went and I brought everything with me, and then he says, oh, you have because I have a 2013, specifically a 2013 Honda Odyssey EXL, I think, with navigation. And he said that because I have navigation in my car, it's basically impossible to put Apple CarPlay in my car. Basically, it's like, there's like, you guys saw, there's like a bunch of wires behind the screen and everything, and that's because of like the navigation. And newer cars don't have that stuff, and older cars also don't have that stuff. So there's just no way to make like an Apple CarPlay like work with this car. And then he said he could do something for $1,000. I think he said $1,050, so like $1,050. Where it's like a screen that like it like works with the original. It's not a screen, it's like a thing you plug into the thing behind it, and it works with the original hardware of the car, and it looks exactly the same. It won't be a touch screen, but you can use Apple CarPlay that way, and it'll be $1,000. And I was like, oh, I'll think about it. And then I went to another place, asked them the same question, and they said they could do it for $1,200, but I trust them more, honestly. I don't know why. So there technically is a way to put Apple CarPlay in this car. It's just expensive, and it won't be a touchscreen, and it'll be kind of annoying. But on the other hand, it will fit in the car, like, perfectly, so that's... Oh my god, there's a fly in here. So yeah, today, I was looking online, and I was like, okay, are there any other ways around this? Because Apple CarPlay is, like, important to me, because it's not just because of the aesthetic of it, it's because it's like really useful for me when I'm using Google Maps, because I'll use my phone to look at the written directions, and then it'll be connected to the Apple CarPlay, and then like the pictures will show up on the screen. And now I need like both of those when I'm using directions. Like, it's like a lot harder to, like, I'm used to it because I had that in my old car. I had like a plug-in in my old car that would plug into like the cigarette lighter. And I got so used to having Apple CarPlay that was plugged into the cigarette lighter in my car, and now I'm like, it's like hard to drive without it, like with using directions. Also, the Bluetooth in this car is laggy, which is, dude, I can't drive this car for the next 10 years with laggy Bluetooth. Okay, that's gonna make me angry. So I went online and I found that one of those things that's meant for a 2013 Honda Odyssey EXL with navigation, it's like a thing where basically, yeah, it's like you put it behind the screen. It's like what I just described to you before. You put it behind the screen, it's like a plug-in, and like you can use Apple CarPlay that way, and it'll override like the whole Bluetooth system and everything, but it'll work with the original hardware. So I found one of those online for $750, which is, you know, better than $1,000, better than $1,200. So I bought it, and I returned all the stuff that I had bought for trying to put Apple CarPlay in this. Like, I spent like $300 on it, I think, so I'm gonna get $300 back. I spent $700 on the new Apple CarPlay thing, and I'm gonna try to put it in myself, because I think it'll be a lot easier, because I don't know, I was really confused yesterday with all the wires and stuff, but I think this one will be like a lot more straightforward, so I'll just try to put it in myself again, and if I have to, I'll bring it to Audio Planet and be like, put it in, please. But yeah, for now, I have the laggy Bluetooth and the ugly map, though. But yeah, let me finally give you guys a car tour. So obviously, I'm in the driver's seat. I put all of my stuff in here already, actually. This is my little phone holder. And then I got this air freshener. This is a new one. This is my old one that I've had since my Beamer. And I also ordered a bedazzled pink steering wheel cover for the steering wheel. I'll turn you around. This is, you know, I went to the eye doctor today, so that's what that is. But like, you know, these, look at that. This cup holder actually will hold stuff. These ones I'm not so sure about, but this cup holder will actually hold stuff. And then in here, it's got the drink cooling thing. And then there's more cup holders in here. These are screws that I took out of my car that I need to put back. It's kind of dirty in there, but I bought it like that, okay? I didn't do that to it. That, you know, glove box and all that. I have to, like, climb over the seat to show you. So then over here is the middle seat. In my other car, in my old car, this didn't exist. It was just two captain's chairs, but this is pretty cool. So it can fold down and be cup holders, but then it can actually go up into a seat again. I need to use both my hands to do it, so just trust me on that one. And then also third row seating. It is missing the headrest in the middle, but that's fine, because when am I gonna have 8 people in my car, like, ever? So yeah, this is pretty cool. And then I will go, I have to climb over this too. Okay, we're in the back. This is the trunk. It does have the magic seat, so this third seat over here can fold into the floor, and it'll be like a really big floor. I mean, yeah, like a really big trunk. And then more cup holders over here. I don't know if there's any like storage stuff. My dad said that a car jack would come with this car, because my dad took the car jack from my old car because he used his on my car once and it broke. So when I finally got it out from underneath the floor, I told you guys it was stuck in the floor. He took it. But I don't know if there's a car jack in this car. I have to figure that out. If not, I have to buy one, because that's actually a very useful thing to have. I also just really love, like, the color of this car. It's way better than my last one. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there she is. That's my old car on the hill up there. To Make a Wish, or is it To Make a Wish, or is it just Make a Wish? Make a Wish hasn't picked it up yet. They're gonna pick it up in like 2 days. So yeah, farewell to Bridget over there. What should we name this car, guys? I haven't named her yet. We should have like a little, you know, you guys should name her. Also, plenty of storage on the back of all the seats. The other one had that too. This car is great, bro. Like, just functionally, I can open the gas tank. I can pop the hood if I wanted to. Water doesn't get in here when it rains. I'll get out and show you like a 360 of the outside of the car too. It's black. I like the color black for a car. If I was gonna get a car, I would probably either get black or like I don't know if they still make it in this color, but in like 2007, I found a 2007 Honda Odyssey model once that I really liked the color blue of it. They had like a blue that they used that year that I really liked on the Odysseys. So if I was gonna get, you know, if I picked a color, which I did pick a color for this car, because I wasn't like urgently trying to find a car, it was between like that blue and black, and I chose black because like black goes with everything, and like this is so much more sleek than my other car. I don't know if I already said this in this video. Oh my god, I gaslit myself so hard on that color of that car. Dude, that color is so ugly for a car. No thank you, right? Like, it's beige. It's not good. But I gaslit myself, and I was like, I love this color. Yeah, because it was a popular color. It was a very popular color in the 2000s. So I was like, I love it because it was popular in the 2000s. That's like, I just like gaslit myself the entire time I had it. I hate that color though. I really do, but it was the only car I could get at the time. But yeah, without further ado, I will give you an outside 360 of this car. All right, here we go. We've got the side. I don't know if I should talk to them. It's like, I don't like that. You know, honestly, you can see my license plate because I heard you shouldn't show it online, but then I looked up why, and like, it's not really that dangerous. So, you know, yeah. My old car had a sticker of my dog on the back of it. It wasn't like my dog, but it was like a doggy sticker. I want to get one for this car too. But yeah, this is the outside of it. All right, guys, Make-A-Wish is picking us up today. So everybody say goodbye to Bridget for the last time. It's really sad. I love her, but it doesn't work anymore. All right, guys, like I said, it is Monday now. Today's the day that Make-A-Wish to come and pick up my old car. A few updates with this one. Also, I have to wear glasses now when I drive, so that's what that is. So yeah, basically, Make-A-Wish is coming to pick up my old car. Like I already said, we already said goodbye to her because they might be picking it up as we speak. With the Apple CarPlay thing. So I told you about how I bought the piece myself and I'm gonna try to do it myself. That's still happening. But it was supposed to get delivered last Saturday. Today's Monday. But I guess since it's like such an expensive item, like they had needed somebody to sign for it and nobody was home when they were trying to deliver it on Saturday. So then it got sent back, and then I went on the little website and I was like, you can deliver without my signature. I like clicked that thing because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be home on Monday, because I was planning on going thrifting today. I decided not to. I'll explain that in a minute. But then I got an email this morning that it was ready for pickup, and I was like, I have to go get it. So now I'm at CVS for some reason. Like, this is not a UPS location. CVS has it for some reason. So I'm gonna pick it up here, and hopefully I can put it in my car today. I made sure it was the one for the car with navigation, because that was the whole problem. And the website says you can only do returns if you haven't opened it. So once I open it, no backsies. So it's gotta work. Also, my steering wheel cover came from my car. I spent like $30 on this, guys. I really thought it was gonna be at least a little bit better quality. I can't get it on my steering wheel though, so I'm gonna ask my dad to do it for me because I lack strength. But yeah, the reason I didn't go thrifting today is because today's Monday. I usually like to go thrifting on Mondays if, like, you know, if it's like a regular week where there's not gonna be like a discount or something at Savers. I was planning on going, but I have like a stressful week happening, like, because on Friday I'm going to Buffalo to look at apartments, and I'm planning on driving this car up there. That's also why I really need to get my Apple CarPlay before Friday, because that's like, it helps me with the directions and stuff, and I don't want to drive 10 hours with directions that aren't as good as they could be. So that's also like why it's important I get my Apple CarPlay today. But I am gonna go look at apartments. I'm gonna drive up to Buffalo on Friday, and then like this week I'm gonna look at apartments, right? So I was gonna go thrifting today and then just like try to just work really, really hard and go crazy and, like, you know, not sleep for the next few days. Trying to get my listings done for Depop and stuff. But then I decided not to, because of like the delay with the Apple CarPlay thing. Kind of pushed me over the edge. Like, if I got it on Saturday, I would have been able to install it yesterday, and then like today I could have gone to the thrift store and got all my stuff to do listings and stuff, and like it still would have been a tight week, but whatever. But now that I have this, it's probably gonna take me like a whole day to figure out how to put this in, so that's why I'm not going thrifting. And I think I'm just gonna write June off as a month where I'm just not gonna make much money, because I'm also gonna be moving at the end of this month, hopefully, and July 1st is like my target date for moving. And obviously I'm not gonna be able to post listings for like a whole week doing that, because I'll be like busy packing and stuff. And I probably will put my shop on vacation mode, because I don't want to worry about orders when I'm actively moving. And I also have a Depop seller event next Wednesday or Thursday. It's the 12th, so I think Thursday. So that's going to also take up some time a week. I could probably go thrifting, because I'm coming back on Monday. I could probably go thrifting on Tuesday or Wednesday before I go to the Depop seller event. I don't know. But if I get an email with like, oh, Savers is having a sale, I might just wait till then. At that point, I might literally go thrifting one time this month. But once I move to Buffalo, I'll be able to start working again. Hopefully make some money before I go back to school, so I don't like starve up there. But yeah, let's go inside CVS and pick up my Apple CarPlay thing and install it. Yeah. Alright guys, it's a few days later. This will be the last time I check in with you guys in this video about this. So my dad and I did get the Apple CarPlay to work. It took us, I think, literally like 6 hours though. Oh my god, it was a whole thing. We took the whole thing apart again, took this out, and then had to figure out how to put all of the plugs in, which was simple enough, I guess. We used like the instruction video that came with, you know, that they told us to watch, like the company that I bought this thing from. And then it wouldn't work. Like, you just couldn't open the Apple CarPlay thing. So then we called support and we were like, how do you do this? And then he told us to do a bunch of different things that like weren't in the instructions. And then it finally started working. And then, yeah, and then we plugged it in, whatever. We got everything back in. This was insanely hard to get back in to the car, because it had all of these wires behind it that weren't there before. And it was like impossible to get it to fit. But my dad like kind of squeezed it in there. And then after that, my little cup holder thing here wouldn't close. It can close now. This thing, it would come out, and then if you push it back in, it wouldn't go in, but finally got to go back in. And then, after we had done all of that, it had been like 5 hours at that point. After we had done all of that, then the Bluetooth stopped working. And we had to take the car apart again, because like one of the plugs wasn't working. Also, I had to like replace the HDMI cord that came with the kit, because it was like already broken, so I had to like pull some off of something I already owned. Which, you know, I pulled the HDMI cord off of something I don't use, but still, man, sucks. So then we used that. We got it all working eventually, though, and also my dad put my new steering wheel cover on, which it looks good on. Off, it looked really cheap. It looks good on. Yeah. So yeah, all in all, I love my new car. I love the Apple CarPlay. I would show it to you, but I'm recording this on my phone, and if I like turn my car on to show you the Apple CarPlay, then my phone will connect to it, and then like I won't be able to record with sound, but it'll sound really bad. And then if I turn the Bluetooth off, then I won't be able to show you the Apple CarPlay, because it won't show up unless like there's actually a phone like connected to it. I could try showing you like sort of like the thing you go to before the Apple CarPlay. Hold on. Okay, yeah, here it is. So we got CarPlay, Auto, AirPlay, Auto Link, USB, Bluetooth setup, and exit, and you use this little thing to control that. And you have to press Map Guide. You have to press and hold Map Guide. It'll switch back to the original thing. My dad also scratched the screen here. That's gonna really bother me, but they're like $100 to replace, and I've had enough of spending money on this car, so I'm just gonna try to deal with it. But then if you press it again, long press, it takes you back to here, which I like better. Let me see what happens if I press on CarPlay when my phone's not connected. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I won't show you the actual thing. So, yeah. Also, Make-A-Wish came here when I was working on this in my car. They didn't come while I was at the pharmacy. Like, they, told me they would be here around 10:30, and then they came at, like, 3 o'clock, but whatever. They took my car. When the guy was trying to load it onto, like, the truck or whatever that was gonna take the car away, the bumper fell off. And I was like, you know what? Oh, I'm sorry. But at that point, you know, it was in their hands, and you know, I told them it was in pretty bad condition and that it had a lot of body damage, including the front bumper and everything. But you know, it was kind of a comical moment. I don't know. It was really kind of sad saying goodbye to Bridget, just because, you know, as much as that car really caused me a lot of problems, I had like an attachment to that car for some reason. Like I really loved it. But you know, I'm sure that we can learn to love this car. What should we name her? We should do a thing where you guys name her, because this car doesn't have a name yet. So let me know about that too. I love my new car. And yeah, I think I've yapped for almost an hour and a half in this video. So I think it's time to leave it here. You know, I'm gonna turn my car up because that's probably loud. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming along on this journey of buying this car with me. I know this video is long as hell. So thank you so much for sticking around to the end if you actually did. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. I am posting more content about like the changes in my life recently. Like I said a few times in this video, I'm moving soon. I'm probably gonna do a vlog this weekend when I go down to look at like apartments and stuff. I'm probably gonna vlog that, and then when I actually move, I'm also gonna make a video sort of documenting the process of that, like packing and stuff and all that, and also showing like my new apartment and everything, along with my thrift hauls that I do as well. And any other videos you guys want to see from me, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!